I'm going to show you how to make tea bag paper. Now, tea bag paper is as easy as using a tea bag and some warm water. The water needs to be quite warm, but obviously not too hot so that it's safe for the children. All you need to do is dunk your tea bag as if you were making your tea. And obviously it will change your colour of your water. And with that tea bag water, you're going to paint your paper. Now, very often this is a good way to make old paper or to make it look like a pirate map, anything you wish. Now, you can change it to suit you. You can see here the paper is changing ever so slightly because I haven't dipped it much. If you wish to have dark paper, then the stronger your tea needs to be. You don't really want to get your paper too wet because otherwise it will rip. Okay, but hopefully you can see here the paper is changing colour. Now the key is to leave it to dry before you do too much with it. So once you've layered it up with your tea bag, you can, if you wish to, use a paintbrush and brush it on if you rather not get messy. But it's really effective to get the tea bag. Now you don't want to squish it too much because obviously the tea inside will come out and you don't want the tea to be coming out of there. You can also use warm water mixed with coffee, and the best way to do this is with your paintbrush, and you can create either a whole page or a picture. Now I'm going to draw a crocodile, and again you don't want too much water because obviously it will rip your paper. Now all you need to do, remembering the different shapes that you're going to add as you go, it doesn't need to be perfect. The whole fun of drawing is that everyone's drawing and interpretation is different. No one needs to have a perfect artist hand to make your picture exciting. Now, obviously a crocodile will need some eyes and some spikes down his back. And you can do this with any animal you wish. And you can make this with tea or coffee, whatever you have in the house. And then he will need some legs. While your paper is still wet, a little damp from your tea or coffee, whichever you use, if you'd like to get an old effect or maybe make it look like a mat, all you need to do is get your paper and crunch it up. You have to do this carefully because obviously the paper is wet, so you don't want it to be ripping, but straight away you can see that there is a crinkled effect. Okay, you can crunch it in the areas you want to as many times and then lay it out to let it dry for the next part of your activity. If you're creating a picture rather than the whole page, what you need to do once it's dry is to add more definition. So you can see here I've already started to add my teeth, and this will make your picture stronger in certain areas. So I might want to define his eyes and his teeth. I might decide that I want to make his spikes harder, or he might like to have areas on his body that are harder and give a darker effect down the back of the crocodile. You may want to make light areas, and to do this you need lemon. You can either squeeze the juice from a lemon or use lemon from a bottle, but you need lemon juice. And again, you can use a paintbrush or dip your finger, however you feel suits. So I might want to make his tummy area a little lighter, and by using the lemon juice it lightens up your colouring. It's a bit difficult to see on the camera. Hopefully you can see the different shades. So here's the darker, this is where the lemon juice is, and the coffee as a stronger section. Might give him a area for his nose. And he will start to form different shades on your pattern, whatever creature you decide to choose. So once your paper's dry, or very nearly dry, you can rip down the edge. Now, the reason I'm saying rip your paper is it gives it a bit more texture to create the look of an old piece of paper, or maybe a map. So all you need to do is hold on to your paper one side very carefully and just pull down the edge. And gently and surely the paper will find its own route. So really carefully, and you can do it as much or as little as you want to. And the best thing to do if you're doing this is maybe make a couple of sheets of paper ready in case you're not happy with the outcome. You can do it again, and you can do it all the way round. So bear in mind what you'd like to put on your paper, how big you need to keep the edges. And the idea of this is it doesn't matter if it's not straight. Okay, so there we go. You've got your old tea printed paper.